If you've been breadcrumbed, left on red for days, or hit with those random "how are you" messages that go nowhere, you're not imagining things. Your avoidant ex is putting you through psychological tests before they even consider coming back. And here's the thing, these aren't conscious manipulations. This is their attachment system trying to figure out if you're safe enough to let back in. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these tests look like, why they're happening, and most importantly, how to respond in a way that either gets you the relationship you deserve or shows you it's time to walk away. When someone with avoidant attachment pulls away, they're flooded with relief at first. All that pressure, those expectations, that closeness they found suffocating, gone. But researchers in attachment theory have found this relief phase doesn't last forever. After weeks or months, something shifts. They start romanticizing the relationship. They miss you. But their nervous system is still wired for self-protection, so they can't just come back. That would mean being vulnerable, admitting they were wrong, risking rejection. Instead, they test the waters. Think of it like a cat that ran away. It doesn't just walk back in. It sits outside, watches through the window, takes a few steps closer, then backs away. Your avoidant ex is doing the same thing, except they're using text messages and social media instead of sitting on your porch. If this is already hitting close to home, drop a like so I know you're getting value from this. I want to make sure I'm covering what actually helps. Test number 1. The breadcrumb drop. You'll get a random text out of nowhere. "Hey, how have you been?" Or, "This song reminded me of you." Or just a meme with no context. It seems innocent, maybe even sweet. But here's what's really happening. They're testing your emotional availability without risking anything themselves. They want to see, are you still hung up on me? Will you respond immediately? Will you be angry or welcoming? They're dipping one toe in the pool to check the temperature. Here's how you know if this is real. If you respond warmly, but briefly, someone who's actually ready will escalate the conversation. They'll ask real questions, be consistent, move beyond small talk. But if they're still in their old pattern, they'll disappear the moment you engage. 1 or 2 messages and then ghost. Your response. Keep it friendly but brief. Match their energy. Don't ask questions that keep the conversation going. Don't trauma dump. Just be cordial and let silence do its work. Someone genuinely interested will reach out again with substance. Someone who just wanted an ego boost will vanish. Test number 2. The jealousy check. Your avoidant ex suddenly becomes visible again. They're watching your Instagram stories, liking old posts, posting more themselves. Some will even casually mention someone they've been seeing. Here's the psychology. They're gauging if you've moved on, and if you're feeling jealous. Avoidants fear being forgotten or replaced, even though they're the ones who left. This test tells them if you still care enough to feel something. Someone actually working through their issues will be direct, but someone still running the same playbook will play these visibility games, hoping to spark a reaction without being vulnerable. Your move? Don't react. Don't post things to make them jealous back. Don't ask about who they're seeing. Don't acknowledge their increased presence. Someone serious will eventually reach out directly. Someone who's not will get frustrated and either escalate or fade away. Pause here for a second. Think about your situation. Has your ex been doing any of these tests? Drop a comment below, sharing which one caught you off guard the most. Test number 3. The crisis reach out. You might get the vulnerable message. They had a bad day. Something reminded them of you. They're struggling, and you're the person they thought of. This feels different because there's actual emotion behind it. But here's what you need to understand. They're testing if you'll still be their emotional support system without them having to be your partner. Avoidants want the benefits of a relationship, comfort, security, someone who understands them, without the obligations that trigger their fear of engulfment. Attachment research shows avoidants maintain what psychologists call backup partners, or emotional safe havens, people they can return to for comfort but keep at arm's length. When someone is genuinely ready to change, they'll appreciate your support and show up for you in return, even if it's small at first. But someone who's not ready will take your emotional labor, feel better, then disappear until the next crisis. Your response: be compassionate without being their therapist. That sounds really hard. I hope you find support through it. Warm but boundaried. Don't offer to meet up or engage in deep emotional conversation. If they're serious, they'll respect that boundary and work harder to show up properly. Test number 4. The future fake. Your avoidant ex starts talking about the future again. I've been thinking about us. Maybe we rushed things. I can see us trying again when the timing's right. They might even say they're working on themselves, going to therapy, reading books. It sounds like progress. But here's the test. They're measuring if you'll wait around indefinitely with no concrete actions or commitments. They're asking if you'll be their option while they keep their freedom. Dr. Amir Levine, who wrote Attached, explains that avoidants use future-oriented language as a defense mechanism. It feels like intimacy without actually requiring them to be intimate or committed right now. All potential, no actualization. Genuine change pairs future talk with present action. They'll say, I want to work toward us, and ask to meet this week. They'll say, I'm in therapy, and share specific insights. They show receipts, not just sell the dream. But someone stuck in their pattern keeps everything abstract. When you try to pin down specifics, they'll get vague. Soon. I need more time. Let's just see how things go. Your response: appreciate the sentiment, but require action. I'm glad you're thinking about this. When you're ready to have a real conversation about what reconciliation would look like, let me know. Then stop engaging with fantasy talk. Someone who means it will take that as motivation to show up properly. Test number 5. The consistency test. Here's something most people don't realize. Avoidants don't just test you. They test themselves. They watch their own reactions. Do they feel trapped? Do they want to bolt? Can they handle increasing intimacy without their nervous system freaking out? They'll get closer, then suddenly pull back. Reach out consistently for a week, then go quiet. Make plans, then seem distant when you're together. They're literally regulating their nervous system, trying to figure out if they can do this differently. Progress looks like this. They communicate during the pullback. Hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed, but I don't want to disappear. Can we just text for a few days? They're learning to manage their deactivation without completely shutting you out. That's actual growth. But if they're repeating old patterns, they'll just ghost periodically with no explanation, expecting you to accept inconsistency as normal. Your response? Set clear expectations. I appreciate you reaching out, but I need reliability if we're going to rebuild anything. If you need space, just tell me. But don't leave me guessing. Someone genuinely trying will hear that and work with you. Let's be honest. You made it this far, which means part of you is still hoping your avoidant ex comes back. And that's completely human. But these tests aren't about proving your worth. You're not trying to pass their exams so they'll choose you. You're gathering information about whether they're capable of showing up in a way that meets your needs. Every test they run, you're running one too. You're testing if they've actually changed, if their nervous system can handle real intimacy now, if they're willing to do the uncomfortable work of being in a relationship instead of just romanticizing one from a distance. And sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes they're not ready. Sometimes they'll never be ready, at least not with you. And that's not a reflection of your value. It's just the truth about where they are in their healing journey.